That morning in the studio of The View, the atmosphere began like any other recording session. The hosts settled into their usual rhythm, the audience buzzed with anticipation, and the cameras rolled as they always did. No one could have predicted the surprising turn of events that would soon unfold, a moment that would spark laughter, ignite social media, and become the talk of the town. The show, known for its fiery debates and unfiltered opinions, was about to veer into uncharted territory thanks to Whoopi Goldberg, the host for the day. With a single mention of a name, she set off a chain reaction that was as hilarious as it was unexpected, leaving the studio in stitches and the internet abuzz. Whoopi, ever the seasoned pro, started the segment with her trademark composure. She glanced at the camera, flipped through her notes casually, and then dropped the line that changed everything. So yesterday, Elon Musk took his son X. Before she could finish, a brief, stunned silence gripped the room. Joy Behar, always quick with a sharp remark, raised an eyebrow and interjected with a simple X. No further explanation was needed. The studio erupted in laughter. The absurdity of the name, XA12, Musk's son with singer Grimes, hit just the right note, and the audience couldn't contain itself. Whoopi, unruffled, raised her hand slightly to regain control, then delivered the knockout punch with a sly, mocking tone. "I didn't name that kid." The room roared again. With a playful glint in her eye, she added, "I don't want to hear any more about our names," her half-smile signaling she knew she'd just created a TV moment for the ages. The laughter didn't stop there. Sunny Hostin, known for her sharp wit, tilted her head with a playful smile, catching on to the deeper shade Whoopi was throwing. It wasn't just about Musk's son's unusual name. It was a subtle jab at those who'd criticized Whoopi's own stage name over the years. The conversation took a natural turn, shifting from a lighthearted roast to a deeper discussion about stage names and identity in Hollywood. Sunny, whose real name is Asuncion Cummings, chimed in with sincerity. "You know, Whoopi, I get it. People always ask me why I don't use my real name." She explained how changing names isn't just about accessibility. It's often a way to navigate biases tied to one's background. Whoopi nodded thoughtfully, then turned to Joy Behar, who, like her, didn't use her birth name either. Joy chuckled and waved her hand, trying to dodge the spotlight, but Whoopi wasn't letting her off that easy. "Joy, why don't you tell them your real name?" she pressed. The studio leaned in, and Joy sighed, keeping her smile intact. "Josephine Victoria Okiudo," she admitted. "My grandmother named me after herself and used to threaten that if I changed it, she'd." The audience burst into laughter again as Joy trailed off, her knack for weaving humor into personal stories shining through. Whoopi, with an understanding smile, turned to the camera and said, "That's why we don't judge names here, okay?" But the conversation wasn't over. All eyes shifted back to the name that started it all, XA12. Joy, unable to hide her curiosity, asked, "So what does that name mean?" Sunny, ever the investigator, had the answer ready. X stands for the unknown variable, is the elvish representation of artificial intelligence or possibly love, and A12 is named after their favorite aircraft. Joy widened her eyes and quipped, "So basically, the kid's name is a math problem." The studio erupted once more, and even Whoopi couldn't hold back, tapping the table lightly and shaking her head. "Look, I'm not judging," she said, "but I'm just saying when that kid grows up and has to fill out a government form, good luck." What began as a playful jab at Musk's naming choice evolved into a broader discussion about celebrity trends, opting for unique names to express individuality or impart deeper meaning. The hosts shared their thoughts, blending humor with reflection. Why do some celebrities change their names? Is it about accessibility, shedding the past, or something more? Does a name define a person, or is it their actions that matter? Whoopi, with the wisdom of years in the spotlight, closed the segment with a reflective thought. In the end, a name is just a name. What matters is what you do with it. The room fell quiet, not awkwardly, but in a moment of shared understanding. The laughter faded, replaced by nods from the audience as the show moved on. Yet the conversation about XA12 lingered, sparking a deeper dialogue about identity, fame, and societal perceptions. Later that day, the energy in the studio shifted again. A new topic emerged: Elon Musk attending a White House press conference with his son XA12 in tow. The image of the billionaire standing beside Donald Trump, his young son by his side, had already stirred speculation online. Whoopi kicked things off with a pointed opener. So yesterday, Elon Musk decided to take his little one, X, to the White House, standing next to Trump at a press conference. And I just have to ask one question, why? She emphasized, why, and the audience burst into laughter. Joy jumped in with a sharp quip. Musk didn't just bring little X, he might have brought Instagram along too. The reference to Musk's massive social media influence landed perfectly, sending the room into another wave of chuckles. Sunny, her expression more serious, raised an eyebrow. Elon Musk is a businessman. I get why he's at political events, but I don't understand why he'd bring his son into such important discussions. Sarah Haynes, with her calm yet incisive tone, added, I don't think a child should be at a White House press conference, especially when Donald Trump is involved. To unpack the controversy, the moment needed context. At the East Room event, Trump stood center stage, his signature half-serious expression on display. Beside him was Musk, dressed in a sleek black suit, his hand resting gently on his son's shoulder. The boy, just 4 years old with platinum blonde hair, looked wide-eyed and curious, too young to grasp the event's weight. Photographers captured the scene, turning it into an iconic, divisive image. A Washington Post reporter asked Musk, "Why did you bring your son here today?" Smiling gently, Musk shrugged. "I think it's good for him to see how the world works," he replied, his philosophical tone leaving more questions than answers. Trump, never one to miss a moment, added, "Elon is a genius. He's an amazing guy, and honestly, this kid, he's going to be even greater." The remarks only fueled the debate. Was Musk using his son as a PR tool? Back on The View, Whoopi didn't hold back. "He's not helping build the economy," she said, emphasizing each word. "He's using Tesla as free advertising for Trump." The audience erupted in applause, and Joy piled on. "Exactly. We're talking about a billionaire who owns tech companies and runs one of the largest social media platforms. If he wants to promote Trump, he has millions of other ways to do it. Dragging a child into this political battle is just weird." Sunny offered a counterpoint. Who knows, maybe Musk genuinely believes exposing his son to politics early will help him develop the right mindset. "What I'm concerned about is whether X is being protected in all this." Sarah nodded. "This is a child, and no one is protecting him from the media pressure." The debate raged on, splitting opinions. Some saw it as a harmless lesson in real-world exposure. Others questioned if Musk was leveraging his son for publicity. Whatever the truth, the image of X and Elon at the White House became a lasting talking point, and knowing Musk, it wouldn't be the last time his choices sparked global controversy. Whoopi wrapped up with a sarcastic quip. "If this is how Musk is teaching his son about the world, then I've just got one thing to say, good luck, kid." The audience laughed, but beneath the humor lay a truth. The world isn't easy, even for the son of a titan like Musk. The discussion was meant to focus on Musk and politics, but Whoopi shifted gears. Waving her hand decisively, she locked eyes with the camera and dropped a bombshell. "Let's be real for a second. If Elon Musk has enough money to buy Twitter, surely he has enough to fix Tesla's roadside assistance service." A brief silence gave way to thunderous applause. She'd hit a nerve millions could relate to. Since acquiring Twitter, now rebranded as X, Musk's focus seemed to have shifted. He'd been debating users, firing staff, tweaking algorithms, and even sleeping in the office to prove his dedication. Meanwhile, Tesla, his empire's crown jewel, appeared neglected. Joy jumped in. "No surprise that people's Teslas break down and they have to wait 5 hours for help." Sunny, usually reserved, added fuel. "My husband once waited 5 hours for Tesla support, and this is an electric car. He couldn't just pump gas." The audience roared as Whoopi crossed her arms, shaking her head. "If you can build a self-driving car, surely you can create an efficient customer support team," she said. Joy quipped, "If Teslas can drive themselves, why can't customer service run faster?" The applause grew louder. Whoopi wasn't done. "He's doing way too much at once, Twitter, SpaceX, Tesla, Neuralink, the Boring Company, and now he wants to be a political figure too." Even Sarah, typically neutral, agreed. A tech company can't operate efficiently if its CEO spends all day arguing on Twitter. Whoopi delivered the final blow. "We don't need him to fix America. We just need him to fix Tesla first." Social media exploded post-show, with #FixLano trending alongside #WhoopsMusk. The question lingered. Would Musk fire back or ignore it? The debate took another turn when Joy Behar dropped a zinger about Musk and Trump's relationship. "I think instead of buying a Tesla, Trump should buy one of Elon's rockets," she said, eyes twinkling mischievously. The studio laughed, picturing Musk's SpaceX ambitions accidentally turning Trump into an astronaut. But as Joy continued, Whoopi cut in, "All right, we need to go to commercial." The audience sensed she'd just averted disaster. Joy was about to say, "Blast off into space and never come back," a line that could have ignited a scandal in politically tense times. During the break, Sarah shook her head, Sunny stared at Joy, and Whoopi warned, "If I hadn't cut you off, the internet would have exploded." Joy shrugged, unfazed. "Hey, I wasn't finished." Twitter lit up with #JoyBeharikit, reactions ranging from amusement to outrage. Then, days later, a SpaceX rocket exploded post-launch, a bizarre coincidence. The hashtag morphed into #Ashbaharkers, with users joking that Joy had jinxed it. Musk, usually vocal, stayed silent, deepening the intrigue. Was he plotting a comeback? The View faced a dilemma: keep poking Musk or back off. The tension built, both sides waiting for the other's move. One thing was clear: this showdown was far from over. When Musk finally speaks, the media storm will escalate and the world will be watching.